I'm 54 years old, and I started getting sick in January of 2002. I had pain that started in my neck and in my shoulders and continued to go throughout my whole body in a very short time. My doctor told me I had fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue. He put me on Lyrica. It did nothing. The pain increased so much, so quickly, that I was soon living with a pain level above 8 at all times. I was trying everything natural that I could get my hands on. I was already eating healthy for very many years, but this was not enough. I even tried acupuncture, then IVs with total nutrition. After thousands and thousands of dollars later, I was still sick and getting sicker by the day. Then I was told I had very severe acid reflux. I started on Nexium, the purple pill. Then I was told I had osteoarthritis and IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Then I was told I had osteoporosis to the severity of a 90-plus-year-old woman. My doctor put me on Altelvia 1 time a week, vitamin D3, and calcium 2 times a day. Then I was told I had rheumatoid arthritis. My hands and my feet were in so much pain, and my fingers, especially my thumbs, were swollen and starting to turn. For the pain, my doctor put me on tramadol to the highest dosage you can take, Neurontin, chlorzoxazone, Savella. I was also taking up to 42 natural supplements a day. With a regimen of 42 supplements a day, up to 11 pain meds a day, I was still living in pain. Even if I wanted to go anywhere, I had to rest for days beforehand, and then for just a short time of going out and doing anything at all, I would crash for at least 3 to 7 days. Needless to say, this is not a life that I would want anyone to have. A little over a year ago, one of my best girlfriends told me about Protandim. Her husband is a doctor, and they told me I need to get on this product ASAP. I was very reluctant to try anything else at all. My husband and I had already spent hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to get me well. The last thing I wanted to do is take another supplement. After my girlfriend pursued me for 3 months, and thank God she didn't give up on me, I gave in to try Protandim for 90 days only. September 21st, 2012, I took my first Protandim. Backing up to September 1st, we had 2 daughters get married in 2 months. September 1st was the first wedding. I crashed before the wedding, during the wedding, and after the wedding. At the end of November, our second daughter got married. By this time, I was on Protandim for at least 7 weeks. I danced at her wedding. The next morning, the bride and groom came over to our house to see how I was doing. They thought for sure that I would be crashed for at least a week. To my husband and my surprise, and to my daughter and her new husband, I was feeling tired but did not have the severe pain that I had been so accustomed to living with. They wanted to go to breakfast, and off we went. On the way to breakfast, I asked my husband if he's noticed anything different. And he said, yes, what are you doing? And I said, well, the only thing I'm doing differently is taking Protandim every single morning. We both looked at each other and said, we have to share this Protandim with as many people as we possibly can, as fast as we can. After taking Protandim for 4 months, and thank goodness I kept taking it past the 90 days, after 4 months and 1.5 weeks, I had weaned myself off of all prescription drugs, and eventually, as my bottles ran out of the supplements, I did not replace them at all. The only thing I take now is 1 Protandim, calcium, and vitamin D3 every morning. This alone is saving my husband and I hundreds of dollars every month. September 21st, 2013 will be 1 year that I've been on Protandim. I will never ever go off of this. It has changed my life, and I am so grateful. I enjoy my husband, my children, and my grandchildren tremendously now, and I have my life back. My pain level today is as low as a 1 to 2, and some days I don't even feel any pain at all. I very rarely experience acid reflux. My osteoporosis has improved by 5.3% of my hips and 3.6% overall in my entire body. Rheumatoid arthritis is much, much better. No flare-ups. My fingers are no longer swollen, so I can wear my wedding rings, which I haven't been able to do that in many, many years. IBS is under control. Osteoarthritis the pain is at the bare minimum, and I am so blessed. This is not a miracle pill. This is not going to heal you. What Protandim does is it turns on our own bodies to do what they're supposed to do, heal themselves. This is what God intended for our bodies to do. Everything I have is linked to oxidative stress. If Protandim reduces oxidative stress by up to 40% in 30 days, then I knew back then, and I still believe now with all my heart, that it will help you because it's helped all my diseases. Thank you very, very much for listening to my story. There are a lot more testimonies out there with Protandim that are much more exciting than mine. Just know that you do not have to live the way you've been. There is hope, and it started with Protandim for me, and it can for you too. Thank you so much.